which you're still doing now, it's priceless. Priceless. Because it was a new form of expression. And who you dress, how you dress, whether you're gay, black, straight, it did not matter. If you could get that door and you're allowed to get in, then you did not. But these two gentlemen I think they were drinking formaldehyde because they both still look like they're 32 years old. And I know I'm one of the things. There's a formaldehyde that we were drinking in the 80s that kept us looking gorgeous.
Formaldehyde?
That's it. Oh yeah, formaldehyde, baby. Just frog in a jar. We still look beautiful. We are beautiful. We're beautiful. You're beautiful. The big message here is this is house of love, not going to deep love. And deep is what we go into the history of. I love you all. Church after church is regular love. Church after church after church is house of love. And now, church after church after church after church, you might as well roll from the nightclub right into deep love. My guys, my people, God's people, not mine. As she said, it is about the universe. It's within us. Give it away. Love it.
Hey, Carl, wait. We have the one and only Ricky Vargas here.
Take the wheel. Hello. Funhouse. They do the feel. Next week is a new studio here in Daytona Beach. So guess what, people? We are expanding beyond. I love you. Rock out
Carl, stop.
Yeah.
Ricky Vargas just walked in.
Wait, Ricky Vargas is there?
Yes.
Wow. Holy, stop it. Shut down. Ricky Vargas.
How you doing?
Hello?
How you doing, honey?
Get him on the phone now.
What's up, Carl? How you doing, Carl?
Oh my God, Ricky Vargas.
As somebody said before, walking on thin ice.
Ricky, let me tell you something.
Yeah, I'm here.
They all were scared to death of me, and because when I'm on a set, but when they all met you, they said, Carl,
that's right.
You better get ready because you met your match.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll tell you, when I looked at you and I watched you conducting Coney Island, I call you the mayor. I call you the mayor of Coney Island. You had me like I was a puppy going big dog on campus. Right, Regine, am I correct? Regine.
Hey, look.
Ricky Vargas is the man. He is captain. He is bulletproof, and he's our totally honest version of Donald Trump. Take it, shoot bullets at him, and he'll flick them back at you. I love you, Ricky.
Oh, listen,
I'm so glad you're there. I love you.
It's an honor.
I'm gonna
Thank
shut
you,
up.
Carl. Thank you so
Let
much.
you guys run the show. But Ricky, you can't do it. You listen. The four-letter words that we all love.
I might miss the bird, but I won't drop the F-bomb.
You can't use them on the air. But we will still continue. Special thanks to Scott and Wayne. You made this happen. We made this happen. You made this happen. We're a family, baby. This is a fucking... Oh my God. This is a Ricky Vargas. Ricky Vargas.
Hold on. Let me get one in here.
I can't believe you're there. I can't believe it. The last 2 weeks we were talking about you more than everyone else. We love you.
It's an honor to be here, but as everyone don't know, we have a new commander-in-chief, which is an 8-year-old boy. His name is Fabio Love, And of course, you know, Frankie Paradise is there with us. We're gearing up for next year's huge extravaganza in Coney Island, South Brooklyn. We're preparing for a lot of shows. We're planning on doing some street closures. We're planning on invading Borough Hall, where Eric Adams presides over there. And we're looking forward to doing work with the Funhouse crew. Their clown and our clown are probably going to meet at one point. I don't want to give too much away because
keep the cat in the bag. Keep the cat in the bag.
I mean, when I cross that line, we'll reveal it. But we're going to be doing a lot of beautiful things in Coney Island next year, even with Luna Park. I had a meeting yesterday with Luna Park. They're interested in having the Coney Island dancers do some shows on their turf, and it's just all talk right now. But that we're going to have a good year. The Mermaid Parade. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in Coney Island. We have a friend of mine, Matilda Frontis. She's an assemblywoman over in Coney Island. She's running for that seat. And lately what I've been doing is eating peanut butter and jelly because there's no Coney Island. So I'm more of a community / activist in my community. And we're doing a lot of things in Coney Island. And I'm looking forward to working with Scott and Wayne and all you guys. Thank you so much for having me here.
Hey, for those of you who don't know, this is Queen Regina. I'm singer here with DJ Dougie Fresh. This is House of Love. Now we moved into Deep Love. But I just wanted to say something about Rican Vargas. I have seen him many times with Coney Island Dancers on Coney Island Mermaid Festival. And he is fantastic. His crew is fantastic. Frankie Paradise. And so I saw him come in a nice little place called Savannah Ray in Harlem.
Yes.
And I said, I said, I need to speak to you. And we were able to make this happen. Rican Vargas was so gracious to have us, not knowing us from Adam, not knowing Code Media Group, not knowing DJ Dougie Fresh, not knowing Queen Regine myself, just on the word of the wonderful DJ Frankie Paradise.
That is correct. Yeah,
we were able to make the connection.
That's right.
Be out there on the boardwalk. He was so gracious to have us on the boardwalk, to have our singers on the boardwalk, to lay out that platform for us to be able to collaborate with him on the boardwalk, because he has built that boardwalk. I have been out there for many years. I did not know him personally, but I would come every year to see him and dance out there on the boardwalk. And this year, the Mermaid Festival, I was so upset. I went to the boardwalk. Yeah, I went to the Mermaid Festival, but I was really coming out there to shake my bonbon with Rican Vargas, DJ Paradise. But they made it happen later on during the year, and they are coming back full force next year with many things, as Mr. Vargas has said. We won't let the cat out of the bag. You will have to stay tuned with us to know more. We are going to bring Rican Vargas back with Frankie Paradise, DJ Frankie Paradise. We're going to have a whole expose.
Nice.
And we just thank you so much for making the trip to come in to pay homage with us and come in with us with DJ Dougie Fresh as our guest. We really appreciate you, and we appreciate your kindness and opening your heart and being so generous, because that's not something that's normal sometime here in New York City. Your generosity in having us in your house on the Coney Boardwalk.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your kind words. I take that very serious when we do these events. I'm actually copying of someone who I really used to look up to. His name was Mike Brody from the Paradise Garage.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I as a young man, I was in the garage every weekend. And, you know, I watched his tactics. I knew how he was thinking.
So that's how you got started.
Right, so my ideas, all I did was just twist it a little bit. And then I came up with my own concept. You know, I thought that for many years, I think it's over 100 years, they had that Coney Island clown. And the people that were freaking, you know, used to come to the event were people of color. You know, African Americans, Asians, Jews, Black, Puerto Ricans. You know, so what we did was we came up with our own clown, and then the character it was the commander-in-chief, you know. And about last year, me and Frankie had a meeting. We decided to induct Fabio as the commander-in-chief.
Your son, Fabio.
Yeah. He's
so cute.
Right. He was in the Mermaid Parade this summer here. We set up the float for him. We put him on Broadway. We sent him down Mermaid, and you know he's now the commander-in-chief.
Honey, he has on that commander-in-chief white suit.
Yes, he wears it very well.
And then he's kneeling down with the hat on. I said, honey, you did that.
Yeah.
That's your son. I know you're proud of him.
Yeah, I'm very proud of him.
Yes.
You know, and there's also a lot of kids that do frequent the event. That's
of course, because it's kid friendly. One thing I like about your event, it's G-rated. There's no profanity. There's no shaky boo-boo with no clothes on. There's none of that, anything that's non-G-rated. And we really appreciate that. We need more events like this.
You know, I mean, when in the 90s, when there was a DJ named Parnell up on that boardwalk playing once a week. He would play once a week. And I used to come out. At that time, I was staying in Albany. I used to come from Albany on the weekends and then go back up there. All I wanted to do was just dance. And it was a different time. In Coney Island, the police were hanging out there till 2, 3 in the morning. We would play music till 2, 3 in the morning. But things are changing. It's happening all over New York City.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why there was an issue with us being on the boardwalk this past Mermaid Parade. But we're gonna fix this because you know you can't beat them. You got to join them. You know, I work closely with the NYPD, the 6-0 precinct. You know, thank God for those guys. And the Parks Department plays a part too. But everything's getting political now. You know what I mean?
Yes, we know.
Can't do this, don't do that, don't touch this, don't touch this.
Same way in the club.
You know, it's all over New York City. I mean, I can mention.
There's a bank on every corner.
Right. Even Soul Summit has to go through. They had to jump the hurdles in order to get those parties starting back in this summer. They were, you know, they've had political backup.
Yes.
I saw a lot of politicians up there. They're doing very well. I'm very proud of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of Soul Summit. You know, and they bring beautiful music here in Coney. I mean, not in Coney Island, in Fort Greene here. You know, so you know, it's an outdoor thing. In the wintertime, I eat peanut butter and jelly, but in the summer, I eat steak.
So you go to Peter Luger's in the summertime.
June, July, and August ain't good.
And then you at the deli, corner deli.
Right now, I'm panhandling.
You like crunchy or smooth peanut butter? You like crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Well, you know, I'm a queen, honey. I like it crunchy.
Woo! Lord have mercy, I'm clutching my pearls, honey. I think I broke them. You owe me some Mallorca pearls, honey.
Yes.
And I like black pearls, baby.
Let me just take this one opportunity. I've been invited to a lot of shows and stuff like that. But this year I decided to do this one here. When I got the invite, I said, okay, you know, these people I can deal with. I definitely want to give a big shout out to my DJ, Frankie Paradise. Frankie Paradise has been with me for 8 years. Now, he's Frankie Paradise. He's all over the place. He's going to Florida, he's going to Cancun.
He got 4 Facebook pages, honey.
I'm telling you. He's
he catching up to DJ Dougie Fresh.
Nice. I keep it simple on Facebook. I only go on there like in the winter.
You told me you were undercover, honey.
Yeah.
That's what you told me on the boardwalk.
I went
spilling the tea.
That's right. I shut my phone off.
You said you were on hiatus, honey. That's what you told me.
Yeah, I like it underground. You know what I mean? Listen. The Paradise Garage was the undercover club. So I'm just piggyback off of what they were doing. You know.
Yeah. So but thank you so much. We thank Frankie Paradise. Frankie Paradise plays. He plays at the Happiness Club in Brooklyn. He also plays at Savannah Ray over in Harlem. And he has been with Sight Unseen. Rick and Vargas took us on the boardwalk, and we don't forget.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't forget, and we make sure that we take care of people who take care of us. That's why you're here, and you'll continue to be here, and we welcome you to the family.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to come back with Frankie one day, and then we'll...
Yes, we're going to do a whole expose.
We have to... I mean, this is the busy time. Everybody thinks that we just lay around in the winter. No, this is the time that we prepare for next year.
Well, you said you had peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, well, that's what... I'm about to be panhandling about when I get out the show.
don't let us see you out there on Fulton Street over there at the Barclay.
Cardboard box.
Well, honey, we'll take you on a ride with us. We will put you in the Uber, okay, with us, okay?
Okay, baby, that's good.
Okay, so we're gonna move along.
Thank you so
this
much.
Is Deep Love. Thank you, Rican Vargas.
Let's hear some music.
We appreciate you. We're gonna have Scotty Juice and Speedy. They are going to do our Deep Love series, which is the best international DJs in the world. Only get a chance to play with us at Deep Love. So we thank Scotty, Juice, and Speedy for coming on. We really appreciate that. Take it to the top.